I am celebrating a year of separation from that toxic motherfucking raggedy ass nigga. Yes, I am celebrating. I am healed and I am in a space where I was able to totally and completely rest. I have created my own um, safe haven, my own sanctuary, my own space of serenity and love and evolution. And I am proud of myself for that. I am proud to say that I am at a space where I can finally move forward. And the only reason why I really did this video is not just to congratulate myself for being able to finally be in this space, but I had a moment of epiphany. I had a fucking moment of epiphany. And check this shit out. That motherfucker is a coward. The moment of epiphany that I had is that simply clarity of reality that the nigga just did not want to be with me. And it wasn't something that I did do or something that I didn't do. It was never about me. It was always about his narcissistic, raggedy, low vibing bum ass. And so instead of him being honest and just telling me that he made a conscious decision to mistreat me because he wanted to live the life and do whatever the fuck he wanted to do, he did not want the responsibility of having a significant other or a family. He did not want to be responsible. He wants the glory of it, but he doesn't want to be responsible for it. The shit kind of just hit me. And I don't know if that's what y'all was getting all along. Y'all never, made a reply or told me that. But it hit me just motherfucking now because right now he's in a space where he can get high as he pleases. He can totally live his life free of responsibility from anyone except himself. And that is what he wanted. The thing was that I have rode with him so long that morally speaking, and not even fundamentally, but morally speaking, ethically speaking, culturally speaking, he a foul ass, shiesty ass, fucked up ass individual for using me and not holding himself accountable for his actions. And this was a choice for him that he fucking made. And my ass was so motherfucking in love with our history, so in love with him, so in love with the idea of having a complete black family and breaking generational curses and not allowing our family to fail. I was so obsessed with that idea of being proud that we would not be a statistic that I totally overlooked the fact that he was never showing me any type of fucking love or support or giving me any uh reason, basically. He wasn't giving me any reason, any feedback, any type of motivation to stay or to be. He wasn't giving that to me. He knew how much I loved him. He knew that this shit was one-sided. He knew that he didn't have to do much. He knew that no matter what it was that he did, that he was fucking loved. And that for the most part, I wouldn't be going anywhere. He knew that. And he took that fucking information and instead of pouring back into what we had, instead of pouring back into me and our family, instead of using the resources that was given to him to reinvest that into us as a family and as our own little private community, he instead decided to use it and turn it against me for his own embetterment. He never wanted this. He wanted to be able to do what the fuck he wanted to do, which is live a life of sex, drugs. Because I'm not going to go and say, because codependency and spirituality, yes, those things play a part, but in layman's terms, that nigga didn't want to have any fucking responsibility. He just wanted the glory. He didn't want to, and still don't want to put no fucking work into this motherfucking day. He has not made any type of arrangements to try to spend time or see our youngest son, or is nothing more than a phone call. And I guess he wants props or some type of respect for that, or some type of acknowledgement. And the only thing I can say is that I'm thankful to God that um time spent in person hasn't come into play, because I'm going with everything being in divine order. And I would definitely, in this case, want supervised visits, because I do not trust him because of his history. I need to be sure that our child, which is really my baby, I need to be sure that he is in a safe environment, that he is well cared for, and that he is okay. Yes, even around his dad. And that cannot be ensured to me or promised to me because of the fucked up space that his dad is in. And so he stays away, and he fucking just does phone calls. Again, I am not mad at that, but I'm just having these downloads and these motherfucking epiphanies coming. They hitting me hard. This shit about reality, and it's just hitting me hard because I don't think that y'all fully understand the space that I was in for this past year. Yes, baby, yes, thankful to the creator, to the universe, I am finally able to stand in this space right now, healed. And my life is getting back on track, and I'm talking about emotionally too. I'm saying, I am healed emotionally, but I'm thankful, so grateful to be in this space. I really am, because it has been um quite challenging, when someone just up and leave and don't give you no closure, and because you try to dissect everything and find out where did it go left, on what part did you play, what went wrong, and child, come to find out that it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was him. And I tried to be the adult and say, you know what, you got to take accountability. You got to take accountability. But let me tell you some real gangster shit. The only accountability that I am taking is me being the loving soul that I am, me being a real bitch that I am, because I am not going to take accountability because he's a fucked up nigga. I'm not going to take accountability because he used and abused or mistook love. I did everything that I had to do on behalf of being invested partner, on behalf of being a loving partner, period. He didn't. And I'm not going to take accountability and say, you know what, I overlove, or I overgave, or I overshit. No, 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 no. Because that is just what the fucking heart of a woman is. We're nurturers, we're lovers, we're givers, we're the foundation of most things. Not all. Of course we need men, but that is the difference. We need men. Not fucking rats, not fucking children in men's bodies, not fucking inhumane motherfuckers that don't want to do any work to get themselves in a better position so they can be an addition to the family. But men, is what the fuck we need. We need reciprocity from our men. And I was never fucking getting that. And because I held on and said, you know what, it's going to be okay, because I understand the generational trauma, because I understand the cultural trauma that was on our people. I am not going to fucking say that as an individual, I take the responsibility of overdoing because I was in love. No, I'm holding him up completely accountable because he as well is an adult, and like he made decisions to get high, like he made decisions to treat me fucked up, and like he made decisions to use me, and like he made decisions to fucking take my love for granted and try to turn it into toxicity because he was toxic. Like he made those decisions. He could have also made decisions to choose the latter. He could have made decisions to say, you know what, my dad wasn't around, and so I'm going to be a better father. You know what, I didn't have great examples of what love is, but this girl has been there for me no matter what. So instead, I'm going to be a better person in general. Even if I don't want to be with her, I'm going to be a better person. And I'm going to communicate with her and let her know that this is what I need for me. Thank you. You know, he didn't do that. Or, I'm going to be a better man in this relationship if it's what he wanted, but it's clearly not what he wanted. But I'm just giving you a couple of examples of him being in a position to choose the latter. Instead, he didn't. He didn't. And he didn't because he didn't want to. And he didn't want to because it wasn't serving solely him. If he have to give anything of himself, it is not just serving him, it is serving other people. And see, low vibrant, bum ass, narcissistic, raggedy, selfish, um, PTSD, traumatic, toxic, borderline personality fucking disorder, like all of this shit that he got going on with him, he absolutely, absolutely could have made decisions for self correction to do something about them in a positive way. And he made a conscious decision to choose not to. And so I am just sharing this moment with you because I'm quite sure that I probably should be feeling some type of way, but I have spent the last 300, wait a minute, because we're at the 25th, I believe, 24th. We're at the 24th. So 365, 67. So I have spent the last 368 days, which is 12 months and 3 days, 1 year and 3 days, feeling some type of way about my black family not thriving and being able to supersede these timelines and being able to thrive no matter what condition or state that they try to put us in as a culture. I have had enough time in dealing with that, and now all of those resources that I was trying to implement into the survival of my family, I had to turn around and pour that into self for self preservation because I cannot fail, because I don't have the choice that he had. Well, no, no, no. I do have the choice. I choose the latter because I am selfless when it comes to my family. Because my family is everything to me. My children, my uncle, my grandmother, the people who really, really helped me through this. My cousin Bucky, Douglas Jr., rest in peace to him. How much I love him and was very heartbroken behind the events that not only caused his death, but that followed up. But he's the young man that you see me, you know, um, put in just a short video of self promotion and self elevation. The light skinned brother, young guy, but he has since passed away, and that really took a toll on me too. But I don't want to get too far into other topics because I will be visiting other topics. But God damn it, this epiphany feels absolutely wonderful because I finally, finally have closure that I created for myself. In spite of the other women that was involved, it is not about them. It is not about them. It is solely about his decision to continue to be a selfish, narcissistic, bum, raggedy ass PTSD, borderline personality disorder, fucked up individual ass nigga. That's just what the fuck he is. And he needs to take accountability for that. That's just who he is. He is that. I did not see. I was solely looking through love. Yes, like most people do. You ignore the red flags and you turn them into hearts. You do. Because you love this person and you're saying, you know what, they're going through some things right now. We've all been through some things. And they're going to come out of it. And when he comes out of it, he'll be fine. And when he comes out of it, I'll be there so that he knows that he wasn't alone in what he'd been through. Although at times he may have felt alone, or, he'll understand, or she'll understand that, when it's all said and done, that they had support outside of themselves and outside of spirituality, so that they could just know that, they had someone to walk with them through some of those trying times. No, 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 no. He's just a fucked up foul ass nigga. That's just it. That is just that fucking simple. I took myself through years of one-sidedness, of no reciprocity, of, oh my God, to realize that the core of who he was have never changed, that he has always been that person. And because I was in love with him, I could not see it. I didn't see it. And I still don't blame myself because, baby, we were young when we got together. And I realize and I understand that a lot of times we attract the alike. Not all the time. Not all the time. A lot of times you also got to understand that if you're not attracting the alike, then you're attracting the opposite. But overall, you're attracting something in that person that you need at the time, whether it's a lesson or a blessing. It's just that simple. And so something in me was attracted to something in him. And I would like to think that it was the promise I seen in him, the hope I seen in him, the potential that I seen in him to be a better person, because I already knew the type of level that I was on. And I assumed that he was on that same type of level. I was fucking with him heavy because I was fucking with myself heavy. Because I knew who the fuck I was as a woman at any point in my motherfucking life. I knew what I was bringing to the table. I knew what I was capable of. I knew the potential that I had. I knew where the fuck I was going as an individual. And I took that and I let that be the stars in my eyes when I looked at him as a black man. I said, it's just no way. It's no way that this nigga is on anything different than what I am. But years of investing made me realize that he was not on the level that I was. Not ever. And that I mistook his love as a reinvestment into me. And it took this circumstance and this situation for me to find out that he never had an investment. The only investment that he had in me was what I was able to provide him with. And guess what I was able to provide him with? Not just love, but it was basic living essentials. As if I was his fucking mom. I was able to provide him with food and shelter and love because he didn't have fucking any of that. He did not even upon fucking coming home. It was what I provided for him that he was able to fucking have. And guess what? When he decided that he didn't want to invest any parts of himself at all, and he knew I was full in my womanhood and I wasn't going to accept anything less, He packed up his shit and he motherfucking left. And when he realized that he didn't have anywhere else to go because everyone had evolved emotionally, spiritually, like everyone had evolved in their adulthood and they seen the type of shit that he was on long before I fucking did. So he didn't have anywhere to go. They wasn't gonna enable him like I enabled him. And once he figured that out, he said, well, you know what? Only thing left I could do is go into this motherfucking shelter and get my own motherfucking space. And that is what he did. And now that he is in his motherfucking space, he still refuses to give anything of himself. Not even to his fucking children. He do not spend any type of physical or emotional time with his motherfucking children. He don't even set it aside. He continue to do whatever the fuck he want to do, and he keep himself at bay with a phone call. But once again, I'm just putting it out there that this is the type of nigga that he is. It's just the type of nigga that he is. And simultaneously being grateful to the creator that this is being exposed to me, because I do not want my son in that type of environment anyway. And if you yourself is not a man, regardless of your age and experience, if you are not a man, then you cannot teach my son how to be a man. And this is right here is the prime example why I often get into debates with people, because they tell me that me as a woman, I can't raise a man. Now, I just want to make this side note and then I'm going to go on ahead. Oh, I can raise a man. I definitely can raise a man. And maybe I cannot teach him how to be a man, but I can damn sure give him the information onto what men are not. And I can give him guidelines, and I can give him input that will help mold and shape him into a man.